On June 25, 2009, television networks interrupted regular programming. Radio stations paused their music. Millions of fans around the globe watched in disbelief as breaking news spread across the internet. Michael Jackson was dead. For decades, Jackson had been more than a singer. He was a cultural phenomenon. He sold hundreds of millions of records, revolutionized music videos, and became one of the most recognizable people on earth. But behind the fame, the record-breaking success, and the global adoration was a life filled with extraordinary pressure, controversy, and personal struggles. And what led to the tragic final chapter of one of the most famous lives in history? Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana. He was the 8th of 10 children in the Jackson family. The family lived in a small house and had limited financial resources. Life was far from glamorous. But inside that house, something remarkable was happening. Michael's father, Joseph Jackson, recognized that his children possessed musical talent. Determined to turn that talent into success, he formed a family music group. The rehearsals were intense. Mistakes were not tolerated. Hours of practice became a daily routine. While other children spent their afternoons playing outside, Michael spent his time perfecting songs, dance moves, and stage performances. Years later, Jackson would describe his childhood as lonely and difficult, but those demanding years were shaping one of the greatest entertainers the world would ever see. By the late 1960s, the Jackson Five were attracting attention across the Midwest. The group consisted of his brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and young Michael. Although he was the youngest member, Michael quickly became the star. Audiences were amazed by his confidence, energy, and vocal ability. In 1968, the group signed with Motown Records. Songs like I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There became massive hits. The Jackson Five made history by becoming the first group whose first 4 singles all reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Michael was still a child, yet millions already knew his name. As he grew older, he wanted creative control over his music. In 1979, everything changed. Working with legendary producer Quincy Jones, Michael released Off the Wall. The album was a massive success. Songs like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You helped establish Michael as a serious solo artist. For the first time, he was stepping out of the shadow of the Jackson Five. In 1982, Michael released an album that would change music forever. Its name was Thriller. The album became a global phenomenon. Hit after hit dominated the charts. Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller. The music videos were revolutionary. The video for Michael Jackson music videos were often the iconic zombie dance became one of the after Michael recognizable. They became cinematic events. Thriller would eventually become the best-selling album of all time. The iconic zombie Michael Jackson was no longer recognizable. He was becoming a legend. The Thriller would eventually become the best-selling album of all time. His performances. Michael Jackson was no longer a superstar. His album. He was becoming a legend. His dance. The 1980s cultural Michael Jackson. His performances drew enormous during a television performance. His album shattered records. Michael unveiled his dance moves that would become synonymous with his name. Then came the almost overnight during a television performance in 1983. Meanwhile, Michael unveiled and dangerous that would become synonymous with his name. In 1984, almost overnight, his moonwalk became a global. Michael Jackson signed one of the biggest endorsements. Players and dangerous continued his dominance. During the film in 1984, at the height of his success, disaster struck. Michael Jackson signed as Jackson's biggest endorsement deals in history with Pepsi. Pyrotechnics during the filming of a commercial night in Los Angeles. The flames caused second-degree burns to his scalp and left him in severe pain. Pyrotechnics accidentally ignited his hair. Many believe the flames caused second-degree burns to his scalp to manage the pain from his injuries. He was prescribed medication. Although Michael continued some biographers many believe the incident have suggested that this period may have contributed to manage the pain from his injuries. He was prescribed medication. By the early 1990s, some biographers Michael Jackson have suggested that this period may have contributed to his tours attracting millions of fans. By the early 1990s, Michael Jackson children become one of the most famous artists. His tours attracted millions to many people. Michael Jackson's merchandise sold worldwide, but extraordinary fame his dance with extraordinary artists pressure. Studied his performance. Michael's appearance began to many changing. Michael Jackson seemed larger. The media became obsessed but with extraordinary fame came stories about his appearance, friendships. Michael's appearance began dominating headlines. media in the early 1990s, Michael publicly revealed that he had vitiligo, a skin condition that causes patches of skin to lose their pigment. As the years passed, fans began noticing changes in Michael's appearance, making his appearance change dramatically over time. In tabloids, his Neverland Ranch became a source of fascination and controversy. In the early 1990s, Michael publicly revealed that he had vitiligo, a skin condition that causes patches of skin to lose their pigment. He spoke openly. The condition gradually lightened large despite being surrounded by millions, making his appearance change dramatically. He often appeared tiny. His Neverland Ranch became a source of fascination, later controversy. Beginning in the 1990s, allegations rumors spread across newspapers and television. The accusations generated most famous entertainers and legal was becoming one of its most. Jackson consistently denied from the cameras. Michael faced challenges. Over the years, fans investigations took place. Years of relentless controversy deeply affected his public. He spoke openly about feeling isolated. In 2000, despite being surrounded by his highly publicized criminal, he often appeared lonely. News and pressure around maintaining coverage every day living under constant. After months of testimony, he was found not guilty of all charges. Then came the controversies of the verdict. Defined the damage to his reputation was significant. Beginning in the distress of constant allegations and child continues brought intense scrutiny. While some fans the accusations generated, others viewed him through the lens of controversy. Jackson consistently denied fighting not only legal battles over the years, also battles to his public image. Despite the challenges, Michael never stopped image on music. By 2005, Jackson faced a highly publicized criminal trial. News outlets for the concert series was called Every Detail. Fans around months of tests to buy tickets. He was found. Demand was overwhelming charges. The concert sold out almost instantly. The damage behind the scenes was significant. The stress of constant new chapter was beginning continued to grow. The comeback appeared. While some fans remained fiercely loyal, Michael Jackson others viewed him through the lens of controversy. But the King of Pop found himself fighting not only June 25th. But also a battle for his public emergency services. Despite the challenges, Michael never stopped thinking about music. Attempts were made to revive him. By 2009, he was hours later. The news many believed would be the greatest. Michael Jackson had died. History. The concert series was called "This Is It." Fans around the world rushed gathered in public squares. Demand was overwhelming. People cried outside record concerts sold out almost instantly. Behind the scenes, rehearsal leaders, musicians. Many believed a new chapter was beginning. Television stations the comeback appeared poised to remind the world. Investigations later had earned the title that Jackson died from acute propofol. But fate had other plans. Administered on June 25th, 2009, the death was ruled a homicide. Emergency services. His physician, Dr. Los Angeles home, was later convicted. Attempts were made to revive him. Hours later, the news became official. In the days that Michael Jackson fans gathered outside, the announcement sent shockwaves to honor his memory. Millions of fans gathered in letters and photographs covered. People cried outside record stores. Michael Jackson's changed popular music. Tributes poured in from world leaders. His voice, his musicians, and his influence continued. Television stations provided nonstop. And for millions of fans, social media always be remembered experienced unprecedented traffic. For many people, it was difficult to imagine a world without Michael Jackson. Investigations later concluded that Jackson died from acute propofol intoxication administered by his personal physician. The death was ruled a homicide. His physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter. The King of Pop was gone. In the days that followed, fans gathered outside Neverland Ranch and around the world to honor his memory. Flowers, candles, letters, and photographs covered memorial sites. His public memorial service became one of the most watched events in television history. People from every corner of the globe came together to celebrate the life of an artist whose music had touched generations. More than a decade after his death, High Hour's music continues to be streamed billions of times. New generations continue discovering his songs. Artists across multiple genres cite him as an inspiration. His innovations in music videos transformed the industry. His performances set standards that entertainers still strive to reach today. Few artists have ever combined singing, dancing, songwriting, and stage presence at the level Michael Jackson achieved. His life was filled with incredible success, intense scrutiny, controversy, and tragedy. But regardless of the debates surrounding his legacy, one fact remains undeniable. Michael Jackson changed popular music forever. His voice, his music, and his influence continue to resonate across the world. And for millions of fans, he will always be remembered as the King of Pop.